In this episode, gaining pains, how to overcome the soreness.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Welcome everyone to episode 229 of the Daily Mother Swole. So if you're watching on YouTube, obviously you see the flexing gains. You're checking out the flexing gains. If you're listening on SoundCloud and iTunes, you're hearing the flexing gains. And if you're watching the live gains on Facebook, if you're watching the live gains, you're lucky as hell. You're lucky as hell. You're super, super fortunate. So thank you for joining me for episode 229 of the Daily Mother Swole. Daily Mother Swole. Daily Mother Swole. Yeah, we're in it. So make sure right now that you're sharing this live on Facebook so everyone can hear and check out these gaining pains. What's up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Swole Daddy. Papa Swolio fucking enormous is in the casa. Yesterday's episode 228 has been blowing up on SoundCloud. The podcast is doing super, super well, and it's a great episode. It was a great episode. So if you haven't checked out 228, make sure you do that. Also, make sure that you get your Swolga picture in on the Swolga Challenge on that post on my Facebook page, because you only got 2 more days to enter to win a Kegels t-shirt. Ladies and men, you got the Racerback tanks and you got the t-shirts. And also make sure if you want a Swolenormous shirt, that post is pinned to the top of the page. You got like 2 more days to purchase, and that campaign is going to be printed and sent out ASAP. So make sure that you get one of those if you are interessante in that. So again, thank you for sharing the broadcast. Thanks for floating some likes. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for promoting this podcast. Swole Nation is about to get started. We're about to get into it. Episode 229, gaining pains, talking about soreness, especially the soreness that you get from people that are new to training. Maybe you're getting back into it, and that's often going to be the case, getting back into it, because we're coming to that time of year where everyone's getting back into it. It's New Year's, it's January 1st. We have all that motivation to get started and start fresh again. And this is the time of year where it's up to you. It's up to you to make that move and get started. Just effing do it. And I was talking about that yesterday. You have to do it. You have to want to do it, but you have to actually get off your butt and do it. You can't just talk about it anymore. Everyone has ideas. Everyone has things they want to do. They say they want to do. They talk about doing it, but until you actually do it, it means jack shit. Hate to break it to you, but it's just the facts. Until you actually do something about it, it doesn't mean anything. So you have to take action, and now is a great time to take action, especially because of the new year and all that good stuff. So if you're new to training, getting back into it, or if you're starting a new routine, you could be more experienced, you could be more of an advanced trainee or trainer, and you're starting a new routine. So if you're starting something new, you're starting something different, you're trying a new exercise sequence, a new rep scheme, you're trying shorter rest, you're trying, you're mixing it up. You're changing your flow. You can get exceptionally sore. You can get really sore, especially if you are increasing the weight, especially if you're increasing the volume, how many sets you're doing in addition to the repetitions. Most of the soreness that you're going to get if you're more advanced, you'll be used to. You'll be used to being sore. You'll be used to that feeling, and it won't be as traumatic. The people that are going to suffer from the trauma of being sore the most are those that are brand new to training. Because a new feeling. The muscle is getting damaged. You're having micro trauma. Actually, the muscle fibers, the myofibrils, are actually tearing. They're tearing. They're actually breaking down. They're actually breaking down. You are causing inflammation in the muscles. You're causing swelling, and that's why it feels like a bruise. That's why it feels like aches and pains. When you start something new, if you're new to training, if you're getting back into it, new routine, whatever it is, less is more. Less is always more. It's always good to do a little bit less and ease into it rather than overload and get injured or get traumatically sore where you can't get, consistent. And that's a huge downside and a huge problem when it comes to starting a new fitness program. And the reason for this is when you're getting into it again or starting brand new, you're a beginner, and it's January 1st, you go too hard. Either you're with a personal trainer that doesn't know what they're talking about and pushes you too hard, or you watch and you read a routine that you saw on Google and you start exercising, or you just follow and, oh, someone else is doing that, let me do that. And you just do whatever, and you can't fucking walk after. You can't move your arms, you get traumatically sore, and you're like, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. This is way too much for me. And you stop before you even get started. And this happens a lot with people that are getting into fitness the first time, especially New Year's. They get into it, and they get too sore, and they stop. It's always better to go and do 1 set per body part. Go very, very light, and then see how you feel, and the next time do it again. The most important thing is you're getting consistent, and you're doing it regularly. Not that you are trying to get results in one day like we talk about. It's a lifetime. It's a life. It's not a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's forever. So you have to start something that you can maintain. Yep? Okay. So less is more. Never underestimate a new stimulus. Less is always more. Always building up into it. Remember, the sun will rise tomorrow. There's always another day. You don't have to do it all today. You don't have to do it all today. You can't do it all today. When it comes to fitness, you're not going to be able to do it all in one day. It's impossible. It's impossible to get results in one day. Of course, you add up all the days together, and then you're going to have those results, but you still have to do each individual day. And if you're too sore to go to the gym because you worked out too hard, too early in your routine, in your program, with your experience, you throw yourself off. You throw yourself off the wagon before the wagon even gets rolling. So you have to get that momentum and build up, and it's always important to ease into it rather than go really hard. Like you're going up a ramp. You're going up a ramp. You ease into it. It's not just a straight 80-degree incline. That'd be ridiculous. Hydration, stretching, and nutrition can help. So if you're not drinking enough water, if you're dehydrated, that's going to affect how sore you are. If you're not stretching enough, that's going to affect how the muscle fibers relay and are able to repair and recover and reduce inflammation. And also nutrition. If you're not getting the right nutrients, you're going to be affecting how well your muscles can rebuild. This also comes into play, of course, yoga, the foam rolling, like self-myofascial release, SMR, the foam rollers are important when it comes to stretching and release of tension. And sleep. Growth hormone levels are highest while you sleep. So if you're not sleeping, you are going to be affecting your recovery. If you're working out really hard and you're barely sleeping, it's going to affect how well you can recover. Remember, you're creating micro trauma. You're creating trauma. You're injuring the muscles. You're injuring the muscles. You're ripping them apart. You're tearing them up. You are tearing up muscle fibers. You're ripping your muscles. You're ripping your muscles up. Do you understand this? You are tearing your muscle fibers. If you think about actually what you're doing in the gym, you're not building, you're not seeing progress, you are hurting yourself. You are injuring yourself on a microscopic level, and that inflammation and that response and that stress that you're putting on your muscles will cause your body to think, oh, crap, that really hurt. That was really uncomfortable. Let's make these muscles bigger and stronger so next time it won't hurt as much. And then guess what you're doing next time? You're overloading it again, so the muscles go, damn, that really hurt. We're really going to have to repair and get stronger and get bigger to stop this from hurting us. Because I'm the body, and my goal is to make sure this person continues to live and that the body continues to live and the body doesn't undergo a lot of stress. So let's get stronger. And then your body adapts. Your body adapts because it's defensive. Your body doesn't want to have pain. Your body doesn't want to have injury. Your body wants to be status quo and homeostatic and balanced. So if you're always overloading your body, if you're always putting stress, you're always lifting, you're always training, your body will create that new balance, being able to handle that greater stress. That's what your growing muscle, that's what growing muscle is. You're able to handle, because you're always being consistent. You're putting that consistent stress on your body, so your body will consistently, or create a body that will be able to handle that stress consistently. Consistent stress will spurn a body that can handle consistent stress, which is bigger, muscular, more developed, leaner, whatever it is. So your body is adapting to the stress. That's why it needs consistency, because you have to adapt. If you're not being consistent, there's nothing your body has to adapt to, and your body will do nothing. You understand why it's so important to be doing this stuff every day now? If you don't do it every day, your body will not adapt. It's that simple. Your body will not adapt, it has no need to, and you will get no results. It needs to be consistent, or you won't get results. And that comes down to discipline and patience and all that stuff that we talked about many, many times. Extended soreness. I'll leave you with this one. The extended soreness. If you're getting extended soreness, if you are really, really sore, and you're not recovering well. You're more sore than normal. You're sore for longer periods than you normally are. This is one of many, but it's one possible sign that you're overtraining, that your nutrition is poor, that you're not getting enough sleep. But chronic overtraining, it could just mean that you are burning out a little bit and you have to back off. You might have to back off. So overtraining, one of the symptoms of overtraining, of doing too much consistently, chronically, is that you are sore for extended periods of time longer than you normally are. And that's it. That's it. You might need to back off. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't be sore. And I saw a question earlier that if you're not sore, it doesn't mean you didn't get a good workout. Just because you're not sore, you don't have to be sore every workout. Soreness is a physiological response from damaged muscle tissue, from stress on the nervous system, from physical damage. You could be too sore. It's better to be less sore than too crippled sore. And I went through my life training and getting brutally sore and banged up sore, but you should be recovering fairly quickly from your soreness. You might be really, really sore, but you should be able to recover in 2 to 3 days. If you're sore for 5, 6, 7 days, you're doing too much. You're overloading too much, or your recovery techniques are insufficient. You might not be resting enough. You might not be stretching enough. You might not be drinking enough water, eating properly. So you're not taking care of your body afterwards. So it's a combination. You could be doing too much, and you also could be or slacking in the area of recovery techniques. I will be going live in Premium in just a few minutes, just to wrap up any questions. Remember, less is more. Never underestimate a new stimulus. Hydration, stretching, and nutrition can help. And signs of microtrauma being too much for too long could be that you are overtraining. If you're really, really sore for longer periods of time, 5, 6, 7 days, depending, longer than you normally are, that could be a bad thing. That could be overtraining. So thank you for joining me for episode 229. Remember, if you want to sign up for Swolenormous Premium, now is the time to do it with the program design and the new year coming up. You can sign up by clicking the sign up button on my Facebook page, or also you can go to Swolenormous.com, click Get Premium. It's less than a Subway shitty sub. It's $4.99 a month, and we go into depth after most daily Swole episodes. Talk about application in your daily life, talk about program design, nutrition, goal setting, and it's accountability group where we have weekly accountability meetings, private live broadcasts, and we get shit done. So if you're serious about your training, serious about your fitness, serious about making a change this new year and anytime, but especially right fucking now, go to my website, Swolenormous.com, and sign up today. You still have a few minutes before I get online in Premium, so I'll be in Premium. Thank you, Wesley. Thanks, Brad, Bobby. Thank you for everyone that is joining me from Premium, and thank you everyone else that is watching me. If for the first time, make sure you click live notifications so you get notified when I go live every day at 12 noon Eastern Time. Make sure you share this broadcast if you haven't shared it. I appreciate the share. It helps me out big time getting more people into the live broadcast. And again, as always, I'm here every day at 12 noon Eastern Time. Thanks for watching live on Facebook, watching on YouTube, and listening in on SoundCloud and iTunes to episode 229 of the Daily Mother Swole. I'll see you tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern Time for episode 230 of a Daily Swole. Peace out and enjoy the rest of your hump day. Let's get it on.